Headlines recently claimed that companies like Meta and SpaceX were selling off excess AI capacity. At a glance, this created the impression that the tech industry overbuilt its hardware, leaving a surplus of GPUs collecting dust. But a temporary surplus on a corporate balance sheet is not a sign of global oversupply. Demand for AI compute still vastly outweighs what the world can produce. In early 2026, SpaceX fully absorbed xAI, turning their Memphis-based Colossus data center into a permanent revenue engine. The scale is clear in Anthropic's public contract. They pay $1.25 billion every month just to lease that capacity. Meta is making a similar strategic pivot, building a neo-cloud business to rival AWS and Google Cloud. When investors realized Meta was selling direct infrastructure access to others, the company's stock jumped over 7%. Profits are migrating toward the landlords who own the physical infrastructure. To afford their lease with SpaceX, Anthropic relied on a $35 billion credit tranche assembled by the private credit firms Apollo and Blackstone. These tech giants are monetizing a permanent structural shift in the market. Owning the physical hardware and the buildings that house it is becoming more valuable than the AI models themselves. Because of this value, AI compute is now a strategic national resource. Governments recognize that these servers dictate military planning, cyber defense, and long-term economic productivity. The global market is currently fracturing into two dominant spheres: a US-based AI ecosystem and a Chinese AI ecosystem. Middle powers are refusing to rely on either superpower. They know AI systems encode the cultural norms and political boundaries of their creators, and they want to avoid having foreign values baked into their local infrastructure. To guarantee digital sovereignty, countries are building their own models from the ground up, such as Japan's Noetra, the UAE's Falcon, and India's Bharat GPT. The race for artificial intelligence has expanded beyond Silicon Valley, becoming a state-level struggle for energy and infrastructure known as compute nationalism. If nations want their own sovereign AI, it seems simple enough: just buy the chips. But hardware supply is no longer the primary constraint. This is Jensen Huang, whose GPUs are now restricted by a much older technology, the physical electrical grid. US data center power demand is spiking, hitting 41 gigawatts by 2026. Building the physical data center takes 3 to 7 years, but connecting it to the grid takes up to 10 years in the US and 12 in Europe. Because demand for AI agents and robotics is accelerating, hyperscalers are building massive physical shells today, even if the electricity won't be ready for years. The capital required is immense. Meta recently formed a $27 billion joint venture with Blue Owl Capital for a campus in Louisiana, allowing them to secure future capacity without carrying the entire financial risk alone. Hyperscalers are now building giant, empty engines, sitting on idle real estate while they wait on a paralyzed public grid to supply the fuel. Tech giants have stopped waiting for governments to update public infrastructure. To solve the grid problem, they are actively transforming into private energy companies. Companies like Meta, Microsoft, and SpaceX are bypassing public utilities. They are building private substations, directly funding small modular nuclear reactors, and purchasing massive solar farms. Sovereign nations are following suit. Japan is restarting dormant nuclear reactors to ensure they have the gigawatt capacity needed to support their national robotics goals. In dense urban environments like Singapore, the strategy relies on laying undersea cables and piloting regional hydrogen power imports to avoid overwhelming local grids. In the Middle East, the UAE and Saudi Arabia are integrating AI infrastructure into national megaprojects. They are utilizing the Baraka nuclear plant and designing cities like Neom to be powered by dedicated solar and desalination infrastructure. Taiwan faces the tightest grid limitations. Their state utility is enforcing a power couple strategy, requiring new data centers to pair directly with renewable generation and battery storage. Taiwan is also engineering its way out of the crunch using silicon photonics, a technology that uses light instead of electrical copper wires to drastically cut heat and power consumption. Today, the AI compute race is won through the construction of private nuclear reactors, undersea cables, and next-generation power technology. The global expansion of AI compute will continue accelerating through 2030, but securing access to that compute is becoming a highly exclusive club. Electricity is not a stop sign for artificial intelligence. It is the ultimate competitive filter that will determine the winners of the next decade. Does the future of the internet depend on tech companies building their own private nuclear reactors? And is that a major security risk? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please hit the like button and share this video if you found these insights useful. Subscribe to KYC AI Labs for the facts behind the headlines.